Hey friends, how are you? It's early in the morning and I was about to sit down and do some journaling. And this is a really good way to start your morning. I recommend this to everybody to kind of just direct your brain for the day. Because what we tend to do is wake up, look at our phones, have a kid asking us for something, have an email asking us for something, and that takes charge of our brain. Or sometimes it's just we wake up with anxiety or worry. Oh, this again, or I'm not going to be able to do this, or why did I do that yesterday? And it can really cloud the entire day. So if you can wake up and direct your brain to what you're grateful for, what you want today, how you want to feel, how you're going to get it, you're going to have a much more successful day and you're going to feel better in general. So what I found is that women, as we're aging and as we're going through perimenopause and menopause and our hormones are declining, we have higher symptoms of ADHD. We're much more scattered, much more brain fog, much more inability to start things and follow through. And I'm finding that in myself. I'm turning 51 in a few months at the time of this recording and in perimenopause. And it's hard. It's really hard. And so I'm going to keep the video recording as I journal and talk you through it so that you can replay this as many times as you want. Every morning, if you want to, you can push play and we can journal together so that you're not doing this alone, because sometimes it's just helpful to have somebody with you. And so the first thing that I like to do when I sit down to paper is just write some things that I'm grateful for, just 3 things. And mornings you're having a hard time with that, it can be something ridiculously simple as you're just glad to be alive. You're just glad to have fresh water. You're just glad to have clean air or a roof over your head. Some mornings it might need to be that simple. And other mornings you might think, oh, I'm just so grateful for my health. I'm so grateful that I can go to the gym today. So, and this is what I want to tell you also, is that our brains have a mechanism in them that's always going to make it easy to find the negatives. And it's just a survival mechanism. You know, if thousands of years ago you were in the forest under a beautiful waterfall, sitting in the sun with flowers all around you and birds chirping, and it was so glorious, and you were just noticing all the beautiful things. But then there was a mountain lion approaching, and you didn't notice it. You didn't notice this one negative thing because of all the amazing things that were around you. You'd be dead, right? So our brain is really fast to noticing all of these negative things. And it's good. We want our brain to notice them. But what we do as humans is that we cling onto them and make them mean that everything has gone wrong and that our lives are terrible and we're terrible and it's never going to get better. And so we just have to remind ourselves, yep, there I am seeing that negative thing. Let me redirect my brain to all the beautiful things. Let me notice the waterfall and the sunshine and the birds and the flowers. And so that is how we start journaling, is we're just going to notice all the things we're grateful for. And if you want to keep going and write 10 or 20 or 30, go for it. I just like to give myself the bare minimum, because if I feel overwhelmed by something like journaling, I won't do it. So this is around minute 5 that we're getting started, for 4.5 minutes, if you want to remember that for the next time that you push play. So I highly recommend that you get a journal that you like and a pen that you like. I have a little koala bear on my pen because it was just my daughter's 11th birthday, and I got all of these for the piñata because they remind me of the 70s. in the 80s when I was a kid. So it's giving me a little bit of pleasure. I often have a cup of tea or a candle lit. I'm in a quiet corner of the room by a window and just make it nice. It doesn't have to be long. Sometimes this is 5 minutes for me. Sometimes it's a half an hour. And I also always have my reading glasses, because that's the other great thing about getting older, especially when you wear contact lenses, is that you see less. Close up. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to write down the date. I know the date because today's actually my daughter's birthday. And we're going to write down 3 things we're grateful for. Okay. And then we're going to then say, that's number 1. Number 2 is, what do I want for the day? How do I want the day to go? And for my clients' purposes, I often try and revolve this around food or exercise or something that's going to help your goals. You can do this with a focus towards business. You can do it with a focus towards family, but some goal that you have. So today, I was sick for a few weeks and I'm still in my first week of feeling good. And so I am going to say, I want to, my appetite has been really low. So I want to eat all my protein, at least 120 grams of protein. I want to do a gym workout of at least 30 minutes. And I want to walk at least 30 minutes or more. And then the other thing is, we have a special surprise from picking up my daughter today. So I want to be really present with my family. And that means at 3 o'clock today. And so that means I'm going to really have to get all of my work done, everything that I want to do for myself done today in order to be present. So then the next thing that I ask myself is, what do I need to do to accomplish those things? So in order to eat 120 grams of protein, I need to eat 3 meals of at least 40 grams of protein, or 30 to 50, I guess. In order to get my gym workout done, I need to start by 10 a.m. and finish by noon for my gym and walking. I blocked that time out. No work. And then I'm going to work until, I've been working this morning since 7 a.m. I'm going to work till 10, take a break, eat, exercise, shower, work some more till 3. And then I am going to be present for my family. So that's how I'm going to be present for them, is by eating at least 2 of my meals and getting my workout done and getting my work done and feeling really good about my day by 3 p.m. So then the next part, so ask yourself, when you think about what your goals were in question number 2, what does it take to get your goals? Maybe that means that you need to put your food in your app, which is actually one of the things that I'm going to do. When I say I'm going to eat 3 meals, high protein meals, I'm going to log them in my app ahead of time, plan them in advance, For some of you that are new to this, you might even want to do this the night before, planning your meals. And then in your goal, it can be, I'm going to follow the plan that I created last night. For some of you, you need a little bit more planning ahead of time than just the morning of. I've been doing this for so many years. I always have protein available in my kitchen. I know I could walk in there and find 3 or 4 different ways to get 40 grams of protein if I was hungry right now. But so think about what your goals were from question number 2. And then in question number 3, you're going to write exactly how you're going to accomplish those goals. So then the next question is, how do you need to feel and think to accomplish those goals? So in order for me to figure out my 3 high protein meals and log them into my app, I need to be thinking and feeling protein is the key to my strength, to reducing cravings, to my vitality. It's going to make the whole day go better. And that makes me feel committed, and that makes me feel strong, and it makes me feel like I'm taking care of myself, like I really have my own back. And the same with working out. I need to be thinking to myself, 30 minutes is enough. Because right now, after recovering from being sick, my brain could be saying like, oh, what's the point? What's the point of a 30-minute workout or a 30-minute walk? What's it really going to do? That old conditioning of like, if it's not an hour of sweating, it's not worth it. So just noticing, I'm telling myself here, 30 minutes is plenty. 30 minutes is great. 30 minutes is all you need. And if you want more, I'm going to do more. It's very possible once I start walking for 30 minutes, I'll be like, I could go a little further. So that's a really important thing to figure out. What are your thoughts and feelings that are going to support the action of eating 3 high protein meals, of starting my workout by 10 a.m. Okay, I'm going to get in there at 10 a.m. And then what are the thoughts and feelings that I'm going to use to be present with my family and get my work done? Is like, my sweet little girl is turning 11. Like, this is the end of little kidhood. And I really want to remember every single minute of it and laugh with them. We're going to go do virtual reality video games, which is not my cup of tea. But I don't care because she is so excited about it. And she's so excited to show me this virtual reality. And I'm just going to bask in the joy of her being 11, because I know I'm going to blink and they're going to be in college. My older daughter's 13. So that's how I'm going to do those things. Those are the thoughts and feelings that I'm going to be practicing today. Not just coming up with in this journal, but rereading this and reminding myself a couple times during the day what I'm going to do. So then the next part, number 5, is, what are potential obstacles? Like, let's figure those out now instead of waiting for them to just pop up, because shit pops up, right? So what are potential obstacles to me planning 3 high protein meals and eating them? Well, I don't have to worry about the food not being there, but some of you might. But I know there's food in my kitchen. I know there's food that I love. I have ground lamb, I have eggs, I have turkey bacon, I have Applegate sliced turkey, I have protein sticks, I have canned tuna, I have canned salmon. I have fresh salmon actually waiting in there. I have vegetables. So my coleslaw isn't made yet. And I could see how I could say, oh, well, coleslaw is not made, so I can't have any vegetables. And oh, I can't have any vegetables, so I can't have the salmon because I don't have anything to put it on. So I might as well just go out for lunch or have something quick, or I'm just going to eat this other thing. Nope. I'm going to eat the salmon whether I have the coleslaw or not. If I want to take the time to make the coleslaw, great. But the protein is the thing that I'm committed to, the thing that's important. And 40 grams of protein from salmon is a lot of salmon. That's like 7 ounces of fatty fish, pretty damn filling all on its own. So I can always, even just take a cabbage leaf and put the salmon in it and eat it like a lettuce wrap. So I don't have to worry about, I'm like overcoming obstacles ahead of time. What could possibly happen when I think about eating my high protein meals? If after the video arcade we go out to dinner, say my daughter wanted pizza, that's not a high protein meal. Now they're used to me needing protein, so they would never suggest pizza if I was with them. But for many of my clients, the family suggests pizza and they're like, what do I do? So I want you to be proactive. I'm already going to be trying to sell the family on going to sushi because I can order all the fish that I want and get tons and tons and tons of it. I usually get it without rice and get a salad. But even if you're going to pizza, you get a salad and then you could get the meat pizza. And what I do is tell my clients to roll the cheese and the meat up and either put it in your salad or just eat it like that. It's delicious. What could be an obstacle to me starting my workout? I suppose I could get a phone call or a text, or I could get distracted. There's a number of things. And so each time some sort of distraction pops up, I just reorient myself to the 10 a.m. workout, just as if it was a 10 a.m. client, non-negotiable. You've got to get it. You can't be late. You committed to this time. So the obstacle is things interrupting me, and the solution to that obstacle is just redirecting myself back to my commitment, redirecting myself back. And then the being present, the obstacle could be if I get some bad news or something is weighing on me, if I'm hungry, if I don't go to the arcade full and nourished, that would be a distraction for me. So I'm going to make sure that not only do I get a high protein meal before my workout, I'm going to get it before we go to the video arcade, and then I'm going to make sure we get it at dinner as well. If I didn't finish my work, that could be a distraction and have me not being present. So I am going to notice that potential obstacle ahead of time and make sure that I plan exactly the work that I need to get done before 3 o'clock so that I can totally close my mind to work and be present with my family. And then the next thing is I like to come up with a mantra for the day. So what is one sentence that you can just practice today that's going to feel really good and kind of represent what you've written? And mine, I think, is this, that I'm feeling committed. I'm feeling committed to protein, exercise, and finishing my work and being present with my family. That's what I'm committed to today. And let me tell you, after doing this, I feel much better than I did 20 minutes ago when I started this video, because I've just directed my brain to success, to following through on exactly what's important to me today. And sure, there's probably a lot more that I could think about. This isn't even, I'm not even touching my business here. I'm not touching finances. I'm not touching like all the things that need to get done in my house and in my world. I'm not touching like connecting with my spouse, all the little stuff. But these are the 3 things I want to focus on today. And because I've created this plan, because I'm going to be successful, I'm going to feel more directed all day. I'm going to feel more positive all day. I'm going to feel accomplished by the end of the day. And it's just such a better way to move through the world than just kind of spinning and trying to react and respond to every single thing that's going on. And I'm probably going to do this again and just think about what I need to accomplish in my business and get that part done so that then I can be successful in those 5 hours or whatever that I'm going to work today. So I hope this is helpful, and I hope that you go back and play this as many times as you need to in the morning to do this work with yourself, because I want you to embark on the day feeling like you are the one that's in charge of the day, not what you're reacting to. Talk to you soon.